Well, let's begin. Please tell me. So the main thing is you had seborrheic dermatitis, right? What improved after the treatment?
The condition improved not only on my skin, but I also had a lot of pimples on my back, like, well, a whole constellation of them. Now they have dried up and basically only a post-acne effect remains, which also pleasantly surprised me. On my face, I understand that, well, the before and after results, well, they can't be compared. I mean, I am very satisfied with the condition of my skin right now. Those are the main improvements. Besides the skin condition, my digestive tract also improved significantly, because before that there was a lot of bloating, some unpleasant burping, which even had this egg-like aftertaste, like just burping, and there was also an unpleasant aftertaste. Now that's gone. Then also there was like this white coating on my tongue, which, as far as I understand, was fungal microflora. It's gone. Well, the difference between what it was like before and now really amazed me too.
Tell me, I was looking at the photos you sent, the ones from before the program, and they were quite serious. I mean, you can really see the redness. How long in principle did this go on for you that it was so visible? So how long were you actually sick before starting the program?
I was sick for a total of 3 years. But it all started after I had a mole removed, and there was a red spot in that place. But I thought it was just a scar. So something like that remained, and then it jumped to the parallel, well, to the completely other side. I started wondering why it was happening, what it was connected to, and I concluded, based on all the symptoms, that it was actually seborrheic dermatitis. It's very difficult to find a doctor who won't start the first meeting by handing you some list of hormonal agents, everything that is applied topically, either antibiotics or antifungal agents. In specialized private medical clinics, the primary focus and clinical emphasis was also more on administering specialized treatments to, like, the delicate skin of the face with various types of topical hormonal creams. If anyone mentioned diet, there was zero specificity, just things like sweets, fried foods. That's how it went, and that was it. As they say, the doctor knows less about the disease than the patient. In our case, if the patient became a doctor like you, then it's just 2 in 1.
And you? Well, I understand that you tried the treatment that the doctors prescribed for you. I mean, you must have tried something, right?
I tried hormonal ones. I applied the full course. There was an improvement, I don't know, maybe for 2 or 3 weeks. It's a pretty good stable one. But then it came back again. It would sort of retreat, then come back. Sometimes I just thought about applying the hormonal cream myself. I mean, it would pop up a little and I'd apply a little bit. But when it got a bit worse, I decided to try this course.
So you decided, let's say, to try it at the very, well, when you were just desperate because nothing else was helping. Is that right?
Uh-huh.
I see. At that moment, if you try to recall when you had the most vivid redness, what was the difficulty for you then in your life? Because remembering my own state, the biggest problem for me was communicating with people. I mean, everything else, like I could still look at myself in the mirror, but interacting with people was difficult. What was it like for you? What were the difficulties?
The first difficulty is that a lot of mental resources go into somehow coming to terms with the illness, understanding that this is a condition, well, that you have, and some people have it even worse. I mean, things weren't going very well with my studies because I was constantly fixated on the problem. Yeah. There were also a lot of problems with socializing, because when you see someone with beautiful skin and then you remember what yours is like, you feel uncomfortable and your self-esteem just plummets. Yes, there were such difficulties, but that's regarding the things you overthink yourself. In terms of physical ones, it's dandruff. There was a lot of dandruff. It was literally coming off in flakes, and the itching, severe itching on the head, I constantly wanted to scratch it. especially during the winter period when you wear a hat, it doesn't breathe. It's just a disaster.
Has your condition changed somehow after the program, or do you not feel like anything has, I don't know, in terms of any life activities, has anything changed, improved, or is it just fine now and that's it? I mean, is it a normal life, just ordinary, or does it feel like something is different?
Naturally, it is felt. Because the program, it changes, in general, your lifestyle. I mean, skin improvement, the program is aimed at that, but besides that, there are a lot of different perks. So at the very least, I started exercising more, for which a huge thank you. In terms of food, I also became more aware. I understood that, for example, some products aren't good. Everything that might be like that. But when you explain it, it's not like, just based on trust or the doctor said so, so it must be true. And if you ask him questions, he's like, well, that's just how it has to be. You have it explained, well, in detail, so that there are practically no questions left after that. That's why I implemented these dietary habits, and it became easier. It's easier again with digestion, with skin, and the state before and after is noticeable. I mean, I more or less remember how it was back then and how it is now.
Regarding the condition of the skin, how much, or, well, let me ask, how was the progress with your skin? I mean, you came in with one condition, did it gradually get better, or was it more like jumps for you?
Well, the second option. It was more, for example, after 2 weeks, there was a significant improvement in the skin condition. Then for about 3 or 4 days, it dipped, and it kept fluctuating like that periodically.
Got it.
But if you look at the overall trend, there was more progress.
Got it. Regarding the condition before starting, there were definitely some doubts. Voice them, tell me what they were. I mean, like that it wouldn't, that you'd be tricked or something else. What was it for you back then?
The main problem, I think, for all the people watching the video, I explained this problem, is that there is specific information, but it's not complete. And why is it like that? Because I understand that this is a major piece of research on which you spent quite a bit of time, quite a bit of your energy, both mental and physical. And well, you want some kind of gratitude in a material sense for this work. That is, well, investing in one's own health, if I believe it's one of the best investments. That's why I gave it a try, since there weren't even any alternatives. And the way you explain it in the video, and in principle, there are a bunch of video testimonials from people who have already gone through it. There is trust. And what's more, you were accessible. I got on a call with you, you explained this and that, which course is better to take. So that's why I bought it. And also regarding when you pay for something, the value of that product somehow feels higher. It's like with English. You can study it all through school, but when it's free, you don't feel any responsibility towards it. But if you buy a course that has a specific goal, a deadline, people who, for example, are going through it with you, then a sense of responsibility and motivation to finish it appears.
I see. Maybe you'd like to say something or add anything. Well, is there anything from your side that would be important to mention, for example, about the course or in general that you'd like to add?
Yes, regarding the course, I was pleasantly surprised again by the side effects we discussed, specifically the analysis of the influence of the lymph in general. It was truly eye-opening to see how the lymph system functions. The fact that the lymph can really help improve your condition is something that I found to be incredibly valuable and quite remarkable. Regarding the massages that are for stimulating internal organs, it was interesting to go through this whole topic. And in general, I have the feeling that after these courses, I could even go into nutrition, become a nutritionist, because when communicating with doctors, well, if you compare, I have more of a material base and knowledge. Yeah, well, not quite. I'm not judging the doctors at all, the dermatologists who weren't really able to help because they didn't have the same motivation as you to deal with this disease. They know things in general, but not the specifics.
I see.
That's why I recommend it, yes. If a person has this problem, take a chance, give it a try. There are reviews that say it works, and there are results. Experience and time have shown everything.